She almost turned back when she saw the clock glowing red, 7:42 p.m., because being late to a Christmas Eve blind date felt like a sign from the universe to go home. But what she didn't know was that the man already waiting for her was carrying a secret that would change not just her night, but her understanding of love forever. And you'll want to stay until the very end to discover what it was. If this kind of heartfelt story moves you, please pause for a second to like this video and subscribe to Kindness Stories, because your support helps us share more moments that remind the world how powerful kindness can be. Snow pressed softly against the cafe windows as Emma stepped inside, her breath uneven from the cold and from the weight of the year she was trying to leave behind. Christmas Eve had never been kind to her since her mother passed, and agreeing to a blind date tonight had felt like a fragile act of hope. She scanned the room, apologizing under her breath, until she saw him, tall, a little nervous, standing up the moment their eyes met. "Emma?" he asked gently, and when she nodded, he smiled with relief. "I'm Daniel. I'm really glad you came." His voice was warm, but his eyes carried a tiredness she couldn't place. They sat, ordered cocoa instead of coffee, and laughed awkwardly about traffic and snowstorms, the kind of small talk people use to test the safety of each other. But every few minutes, Daniel glanced at his phone, his jaw tightening, as if he was counting something invisible. Emma noticed, but she didn't push. She had learned that everyone carried something heavy, especially on nights like this. As the cafe filled with carols and quiet joy, Daniel finally sighed and said, "There's something I should tell you. I'm a single dad." Emma blinked, surprised but not disappointed. "Okay," she said softly. "I don't see that as a problem." He smiled, but it didn't fully reach his eyes. "I didn't bring her tonight," he continued, fingers wrapped tightly around his mug because she's with my neighbor, but she's the reason I might need to leave early. Emma felt a tug in her chest at the way he said she. "How old is she?" "6, he replied, and then, after a pause, "And she's sick, not with a cold, with something that doesn't go away." The words hung between them, heavier than the snow outside. He explained how Lily had been in and out of hospitals, how Christmases were often spent under fluorescent lights instead of twinkling ones, and how tonight was the first time in years he'd agreed to do something for himself. Emma listened, her eyes burning, not from pity but from recognition of devotion. "Why did you come then?" she asked. Daniel swallowed. "Because Lily told me to," he said with a small laugh. "She said, 'Dad, maybe you'll meet someone nice who won't be scared.'" Emma reached across the table without thinking and squeezed his hand. In that moment, his phone buzzed, and his face drained of color. "I have to go," he said, standing quickly. "I'm so sorry. I'll come with you," Emma said, surprising both of them. The drive was quiet, snow swirling like unanswered prayers, until they reached a small apartment glowing with mismatched Christmas lights. Inside, Lily sat on the couch, pale but smiling, clutching a handmade ornament. "You're late, Dad," she teased, then looked at Emma. "Is she the nice one?" Emma knelt in front of her, heart cracking open. "I hope so," she whispered. Lily handed her the ornament, a paper star with the word "Believe" written in shaky letters. "This is for you," Lily said, "because Daddy needs someone who believes in happy endings." Emma stayed that night, not as a date, but as something truer, someone present. They watched an old movie, shared soup, and laughed quietly so Lily could rest. When Emma finally left, Daniel walked her to the door, snow settling on their shoulders. "I didn't expect this," he said. "Neither did I," Emma replied. "But I'm not sorry." Months later, Emma would sit beside Daniel in hospital rooms and living rooms alike, holding Lily's hand, believing fiercely. And on the next Christmas Eve, when Lily's laughter filled the room stronger than the year before, Emma would understand that being late had brought her exactly where she was meant to be. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to Kindness Stories, because every subscription helps us keep sharing stories that prove love often arrives late, but right on time.